Chelsea, money and Todd Boehly all in the papers right now, spending lots of money, making lots of transfers. The next 10 years on FM23 I'm about to simulate with Todd Boehly in charge of every single transfer. This is going to be very, very fun. We're also going to be retesting the GYR FM Segundo Volante in a 10-year rebuild. So stick around, see the tactic, see the save. Let's see how Todd Boehly gets on in charge of everything Chelsea. What is going on there, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Kempy here. Thank you for coming back for another rebuild. We've done Manchester United, we've done Hertha Berlin, and this time it's Director of Football, and who better to do it with other than Chelsea. Todd Boehly has put his hands in his pocket in January and spent lots and lots and lots of money, 600 million since he turned up to Chelsea. And today we have actually got the up-to-date Chelsea side. We've got the up-to-date transfers from around the world. We are set start of season 1. We've got Enzo Fernandez, who has signed, and on FM looks very, very good, but only has a value of 51 to 58 million. So worrying that they spent 120 on him. Obviously, this is just Football Manager, but some very, very good players in this Chelsea side. Joao Felix in on loan for the season. Be interesting to see if they do purchase him. And we're obviously playing as well the GYR FM 4411 Volante victory with 2 Volantes on support in central midfielders. Now, if you do not know anything about this tactic, there was a tactic video released on Tuesday. I implore you to go and watch that. But the Segundo Volantes are the main part of this tactic, and they are great fun. They're basically playmakers that arrive into the box and score goals and run the game. So Kovacic, fantastic for this. Kante maybe, a couple of years ago, but other than that, he is very, very good. We have also got 2 inverted wing-backs on attack, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. 2 wingers on attack, an advanced playmaker on attack, an advanced forward on attack, a very attacking formation, actually on attacking as well. If you do want to go in depth on the tactic, make sure to check that video out on Tuesday. I'll go through every single position, and also they've also got different instructions on them. And I'm testing it with 5 different sides, and trust me, it's fantastic. And hopefully we're going to see how fantastic it is here today as well. Can we get any Champions Leagues? Can we get any Premier Leagues? And can we get any domestic trophies as well? But we're also going to be seeing what Todd Boehly does in terms of transfers. Now, he is in charge of everything. Transfers, contracts, young players' contracts, literally absolutely everything. Now, I'm excited to see how much money he does actually go through and spend. I imagine it's going to be crazy amounts of money. This is also saying we also brought any Enzo Fernandez for 8.5 million. So that's a little bit incorrect. But yeah, we are going to sim through. We're going to be 10 years. So I'm going to sim the first season. I'll show you the results of the first season. We'll then go to the 3rd season, the end of that, the end of the 5th season. And then we'll jump 10 years into the future and see what Mr. Todd Boehly has done and see what we've won at Chelsea. So without further ado, let's go into this first season. Just a very, very quick interruption from myself as I'm recording this. We're officially just 10 subscribers away now from 500 subscribers, which is mind-blowing to me. If the subs aren't gone already, there is a chance to win FM23. Just head down to the tweet down in the description and make sure to just retweet that tweet, subscribe to the channel, and when we hit 500, I'll be going through and picking a lucky winner of FM23. Thank you guys for all of your support this year as well. It's been absolutely mental. Let's see how Chelsea have got on year 1. Sneaking into the Champions League may not be what Chelsea fans would have wanted at the start of the season with this current side, but I think they'll take it given the predicament they are in real life. 4th place finish for Chelsea, City in 3rd, United in 2nd, and Liverpool surprisingly coming top of the league. Villa doing very well as well. The relegated sides, Wolves, Brighton and Leeds. So some huge surprises in the Premier League itself. Let's check out the competitions and see how we got on. And we do have a first trophy to our name as well. An Emirates FA Cup winner. And Joao Felix the top goal scorer there and in the league as well. Sadly, just a 3rd place finish in their Europa League, in their Champions League group stage, losing out to Real Madrid and Napoli. But in Europa League, they're losing to Benfica. So a very disappointing time there. Semi-finals of the Moose Cup as well. So not too bad domestically at all for Chelsea. Let's see how the squad got on. See who was scoring all the goals. Was it just the Joao Felix show? I mean, without Lukaku, yes, 31 goals for Joao Felix. Havertz, I imagine, playing in that cam spot with 16 goals and 12 assists. Mason Mount doing very well as well. 12 goals, 15 assists. Sterling doing well. Aubameyang, 52 games off the bench. What? That is a lot of games off the bench. I've never seen that many games off a bench before, but fair play to him. 57 games for Edouard Mendy, making himself the #1 goalkeeper, which must mean that Kepa played just 2 games all season. Did Todd Boehly make any more signings? Let's have a little look. If we sort this by date, I don't think he actually has made any more signings. I think that is it. He's not touched anything in January. He's been a good boy and kept his money in his back pocket. And realistically, he should do that for the next 10 years because this Chelsea side is set. He does not need to spend any more money. One person I'm looking for is Mudryk. Am I missing Mudryk? Where is Mr. Mudryk? Is he in the youth system maybe? He's in the under-21s. Oh, Mudryk. What's happened to your son? Let's get you up into the first team. Make sure you do get some game time. He wants to go out on loan. He's not amazing on FM. I've got to say, only 2.5-star current ability, 3-star potential. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do see Mr. Mudryk go out on loan. He's clearly not the talent FM thinks he might not be the talent that everyone thinks he is in real life. First season, I'd say, is fairly successful given where they are in real life right now. A 4th place finish in the Premier League, a winner of the FA Cup and a semi-final in the Moose Cup. Let's go forward 2 years' time, not 1, 2 years' time. See if the Chelsea team is still looking very, very good. See any transfers they've made. And hopefully a bit more silverware to add to that Chelsea trophy cabinet. Well. The year is 2025. Hello, future. Let's see how Chelsea are getting on. And oh, so close to a Premier League. 1 point away from winning the league. Liverpool pipping them to the post. And it actually looks like Chelsea were first for so long before on the last day of the season getting pipped to the post by Liverpool. That is absolutely gutting. Who did they lose to? City on the last day of the season and sending off a 92nd minute goal from Jack Grealish wins Liverpool the title. Wow. That is very, very unfortunate. Did they win the league last year? They didn't. City managed to win the league last year. Where did they come? It was second again by 2 points. Please don't tell me it was a last day thing as well. Surely not back-to-back years. Oh my God. Oh, it's the Champions League final. Oh, the FA Cup final. They did draw to Spurs, so potentially bottled it last season as well. But the FA Cup final and Norwich versus Chelsea final, and Chelsea winning that one. The Champions League final, losing out to Liverpool. That is absolutely gutting. The EFL Cup final they've won as well, so a domestic double, second place, and the final of the Champions League is a very, very good second season for Chelsea. This season, how have they got on? If we check out the competitions, if it decides to load, like we said, just a 1 point deficit there. Gutted to lose that on the last day of the season. Entering the FIFA Club World Cup. Champions League knocked out in the round of 16, so couldn't go back to back. FA Cup quarterfinals by Man City. Carabao Cup runners-up and runners-up in the Community Shield as well. But there is a man here who looks to be absolutely smashing it. And his name is Romelu Lukaku. The rebuild of Lukaku. 35 games last season, 26 goals this season, 36 games, 31 goals. Wow. I don't know if it's the formation, because the formation is fantastic. I mean, Mason Mount, third on the top goal scorers chart. Haaland is absolutely smashing it. 44 goals for him last season. But Lukaku is bossing it up front for Chelsea. Let's have a look at these goals then. 49 goals from last season with 1 assist. That advanced forward scores some goals. Mason Mount, 28 goals, 24 assists. That is very impressive. A brand new signing there in Gabriel Vidovic. A very good young player from Salzburg, I believe, on this year's FM. Oh, no, he's a Bayern player, is he? Gabriel Vidovic then of Bayern Munich. Value of 78 to 101 million. Wow. That is some serious money. The man from Croatia does look very, very good indeed. I did see as well Jean-Claire Todibo, another centre-back, 62 to 68 million. That is quite a free. Todibo, Fofana, and I'm guessing they've still got Chalobah and Badiashile. Was Badiashile not in? Oh my God, Badiashile is down here, not having a good time. Oh, he's done absolutely nothing. Is it the same for Noni Makweke as well? Oh, we've ruined careers. I think he might have to be in the first team, same as Mudryk. So he might have messed that one up a little bit. Them three not getting much game time. But Sterling, Pulisic, Kovacic getting lots of games. Florentino Luis, a brand new signing. A very, very good player. Very good DM indeed. Enzo Fernandez, interestingly, only playing 21 games this season. 26 off the bench. Faustino Angerin is part of the team. Reece James, 44 games. Eddie Mendy still the main goalkeeper. Brian Rodriguez is a player they've signed. very good winger. Azpilicueta, Kalamontan-Odoi. Azpilicueta still here in 3 years' time. That's a little bit of an odd one. How has Todd done in terms of transfers? Obviously, season number 1, these are the 2 signings that were made after the real signings. Florentino Luis for £40 million and Luka Klanac for 37k. I can't imagine he's ever going to make it. He's on loan at McDonald's. In terms of sales, no one, just loans other than Ben Elliott. Going into season number 2 then, Davide Marfella, crikey, signed on a free contract. Gino Infantino on loan at Leicester. Alessandro Florenzi. Todibo for £45 million. Alexander Pavlovic, another one from Bayern Munich, actually looks quite good for 72k. Brian Rodriguez for £14.5 million. Gustavo Varela, is he a goalkeeper? He's not. He's a striker on loan at Rotherham. And Vidovic for £57 million. In terms of sales, Kai Havertz sold to Bayern Munich for £98 million. Wow. Loftus-Cheek for 27 mil to Man City, 30 million for Malang Sarr. So made a lot of money that year, also spent a lot of money, and this year spent basically nothing. 6.25 million, all of it on Nicolo Treslodi, who's a striker who looks very good actually, the young Italian man. In terms of transfers out, it's £30 million, and 27.5 of that is for N'Golo Kante. Season 3 is pretty wild. I think you'll agree that Chelsea fans, other than bottling the league on the last day, will be quite happy with how things are going down below. If you are a Chelsea fan, let me know. Would you take this? It's quite interesting the way things going. Let's get into the end of season number 5 and see if people are still absolutely smashing it. Chelsea fans, I'd look away now. 1 point to Liverpool again. What is going on? Chelsea are getting unbelievably unlucky. 1 point to Liverpool. The FA Cup winner, Community Shield winner and Carabao Cup runner-up. Champions League 16. Vidovic scoring lots of goals. Lukaku 45 goals. But it's another season of just 1 point. It looks like they weren't top the whole season this year. They looked like it was a very strong 5 and they actually won every single of their last 5 games as well. Lukaku's enjoying this team, isn't he? 63 goals in 52 appearances for Lukaku as that striker. Now he is an absolute unit. 34 years of age, that doesn't matter. In this last spell at Chelsea, 130 goals in 162 games. So if you get a striker in this formation who's got 19 finishing and 16 composure and that pace as well, yeah, you'll score lots and lots of goals. A brand new signing, Dijon Kameri, centre-attack midfielder from Austria and Kosovo. Where is this guy from? This guy is from Salzburg as well, actually. A very good young player. £14 million of a signing for him, and he seems to have taken to the Premier League like a duck to water. 18 goals, 18 assists, doing very well. Vidovic doing very well in the Champions League, 14 goals and 10 starts, but only 10 starts. Mason Mount, 49 starts, 14 goals, 14 assists. Interesting how Kamiri has got the exact same as well. Todibo, 13 goals from centre-back. Pulisic, 7 goals out wide. Sterling, Fofana, James. Kai is a brand new signing. Is that the centre-back Brazilian? It is indeed. He is a brand new signing. Imagine that was a rather pricey one. £46 million from Almira. But the young Brazilian seems to have settled into Premier League life very well. Woo Young-jeong, obviously in real life at Freiburg, the Korean winger back in the Premier League. Nathan Patterson. Oh, he looks very, very good, does Mr. Patterson. £44.5 million signing from Everton. He looks fantastic. Can play either fullback. Obviously a bit of an odd one with Reece James. I imagine he plays out on left back if he plays, because James has got... wait, is Reece James gone? No, James has got 48 games and Patterson's got 32. So he must be playing a fair few games over there. Vitor Roque, the young Brazilian striker, is here as well. Another very good young signing. I must say, I like Todd Boehly's transfers. Enzo Fernandez, however, 3 starts, 24 off the bench. A bit of a shocker for him. Xavi Gavlan, the Spanish wing-back as well at the club. Kepa playing 0 games this year. And I'm really annoyed that we've not seen anything from Mudryk, Madueke or Badiashile. I think that's my fault that I've not moved them up into the first team. They got stuck and just not played at all. It would have been good to see how they done. But I suppose it makes Mr. Todd dip a bit more into his pocket. Not that he's really done that much. Kamiri was signed in the season we just saw. And then £130 million spent the next season. 46 of that on Kaikai, 44 on Patterson, 18 on Gavlang, 16 on Vitor Roque. In terms of outgoings, 36.5 million. Badiashile left to Bayern Munich. He has now gone to Leverkusen, so things really not going well for poor Benoit Badiashile. The next season, just 36.5 million spent, 34 on Wu Zhongyong, 2 on Ignacio Campanara of Union. He looks saucy. An Argentinian regen. He looks very, very good from Union SF. In terms of outgoings, 42.5 million. Datro Fofana and Cesar Casady both going to AC Milan. It'd been good to see Datro get a bit more game time for this Chelsea side. But interesting that he has now left. Now we're going to go forward 10 more years. Before we do that, actually, let's just check. Last season, did Chelsea manage to win anything? An FA Cup final, an EFL Cup as well. So the domestic, Chelsea love it. In terms of the league, Chelsea don't love it quite so much. They seem to bottle it a lot. Let's go forward 10 years into the future, 2032, and let's see what life is like as a Chelsea fan. Well, 10 years into the future, the Premier League has got another UEFA Champions League spot, coming 5th place and getting in the Champions League. Interestingly, it's Newcastle top of the Premier League this time out, level on points with Manchester United. One thing's for sure, the next 10 years of Premier League football, it's going to be very, very tight. Roger Schmidt, manager of Newcastle, has led them to a Premier League, but Chelsea down in 5th place. Knocked out in the round of 16 in the Champions League by AC Milan. 4th round of the FA Cup by Stoke and 3rd round of the Carabao by Man City. A very poor season number 10. I can see the most assists is Dwight McNeil for Chelsea. Have Chelsea gone massively downhill, or has Dwight McNeil massively improved? Only 8 caps for England. And their top goal scorer of only 16 goals, Max Mordstad. This guy is a real player playing at Hoffenheim. He's produced very, very nicely, to be honest, in terms of his stats. He looks very, very good. But Chelsea not having the greatest of seasons. Vidovic is still here. Dwight McNeil plays lots of games. Raheem Sterling, you must be like 95 years old. Only 37. That does not seem correct. Sterling's 27 in real life. He's been paused. I'm sure Sterling must have been paused because that is not that must be correct. Enzo Fernandez has played 40 games this season. He's finally a Chelsea regular. Only still 31 years of age, which is pretty mental. Wesley Fofana, 31 years of age as well, looks fantastic. Not many brand new signings there though. Has Todd Boehly not really been dipping into the old pocket? We were here. Where were we last time out? Wu Zhongyong. Dwight McNeil was signed in that season, £70 million. Wild. Season after that, just £16 million spent. 11 million on Esteva, a centre-back from Brazil, a regen. Sadly, they've signed someone who's already gone on to retire. Outgoings, nothing crazy there. Only 4.5 million spent in the next season. And finally, Mudryk did get his move to Villarreal, and he went to Newcastle and won the league. Oh no, Chelsea better have won the Premier League, or Mudryk has certainly had the last laugh. 68 million spent in the next season, bringing in Gonçalo Ramos as a striker. Very good player on FM. Great finishing, composed determination, good pace as well. Just £25.5 million out the door. Harrison Murray Campbell. I don't know who you are, but you look very, very good, to be honest. Any other big signings? William Torres from America looks very, very good. 138 million spent next up. That's more like it, Big Top. Gregor Kobel as the brand new Chelsea goalkeeper. Diego Moreira looks very good. Crossing and dribbling is outrageous. Great flair and pace as well on him. Ryan Russo now at Real Madrid in a 5-star centre-back. What on earth? Wow, you look good. Brought from Chelsea for 28.5 million. Sold for 77 million. Ryan Russo, wow, what a centre-back you are. In terms of outgoings, 118 million, that was Ryan Russo coming in and going. Andre Santos for 16.75 million has left the club. Cucurella just leaving to go to Real Madrid. Maduka Okoye going to Marseille as well for £8.5 million. And Max Mordstad brought in for 50. Is that... Oh, it's a different... I was going to say, has Kaikai been sold and brought back? But it's a different Kaikai. This is the Kaikai, I think, at Manchester City, the Brazilian winger. He does look very good as well. But Chelsea have definitely dropped off. Let's see the history. Have they won the Premier League? I'm very interested to see if they have managed to win it. Oh, Mudryk's got the last laugh. That is heartbreak. 4th, 2nd, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 2nd, 4th, 4th, 2nd, 5th. Wow. That is gutting for Chelsea. In terms of competitions, what else have they done? They runner-up twice in the Champions... 3 times in the Champions League, which is gutting for them. The FA Cup, they won... Wow, 2023, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. So there's a period there of 5 years in a row of Chelsea winning the FA Cup. Didn't win the Europa League or Super Cup. Carabao Cup they won 3 of as well. So a lot of FA Cups, a lot of Carabao Cups, but no Premier Leagues, which is rather interesting. I do just want to see if anyone has been added into this Legends category. Mason Mount, a Chelsea legend, still at the club now, 33 years of age, 507 appearances, 138 goals. He's done very, very well. Did Lukaku make it onto the icons? He did. He is now ahead of youth development. He's only just retired in that last season. 25 games and 30 goals. Why did you retire, man? You were scoring goals for fun. 687 games in the end. 438 goals. 10 years at Chelsea, not a single Premier League. Don't just leave it to Todd Boehly, because you won't win every single title that you think you might right now. Very interesting experiment. Thank you guys for watching. If you did stick around to now, make sure to hit subscribe, like the video as well, and comment down below on who you think Chelsea are going to sign in the summer. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.